welcome back. Today's topic is bass. You never played the bass, but you want to buy your first bass. Well, sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, man. You got all sorts of basses, and yeah, it can make you crazy. It's quite daunting. But I'm gonna make it very simple for you today. We have option A and option B. Option A, option B. Keep it simple, no stress, just two choices. So, if you want to buy a bass, I would recommend that you would buy or either a P bass, that's this one, very nice bass, or a jazz bass, that's this one. First of all, you can't go wrong with a P bass. Got 4 strings. It's a classic instrument. Prince said all hits were recorded with a 4-string bass, and in that time area it was mostly a P bass, and after that it was a jazz bass. So if you start with a bass like this, you're always good. And this is a matter of opinion. All other basses that came after these basses are quite similar with some extras. But if you want to learn the bass, just start with a 4-string bass and either a P bass or a jazz bass. Now, in this particular case, I'm talking about Fender jazz basses and Fender P basses. P bass stands for precision bass, but that's a whole different story. We have to keep it simple. So, with the P bass, you got a distinct sound. It gives you a nice, round, robust sound, and it's for your liking. It's okay, in my opinion, it's more of a one-trick pony, and that's because you have the pickups, and they are quite close to each other. With a jazz bass, let me get a jazz bass. The pickups are wider, so you can get more treble and more bass. And with the other one, the P bass, you get a more boomy bass sound. But it's quite a good sound because all the hits in the past were either made with a P bass or with a jazz bass. Well, I like Fender, and when you buy a Fender bass, a Fender American or a Fender Mexican, it always keeps it money, because when you don't like playing the bass anymore, you can sell it, and you can sell it for the same price or maybe more if it's a very good model. So if you're not sure what to buy, just go for a Fender P bass or jazz bass, and I don't care if it's an American or a Mexican, because they're all good. Well, for instance, if you don't know what bass to buy, you can always look at who is your role model. Which bass guitar legend do you like? Most of the time, if you like that kind of bass player, look at what guitar he plays and then buy the same. But always start with a 4-string, because you have a 4-string, 5 strings, 6 strings, 7 strings, and after that I don't think it's a guitar or bass guitar anymore. But hey, it's all about opinions, right? What you like, you like. So, in my opinion, go for a Fender jazz bass or a Fender P bass. If you like this channel, please subscribe. Leave some comments below. Maybe I can do a topic around that thing that you want to know, or something like that. So subscribe, leave comments, and please follow me on my quest for more bass knowledge. So I hope you buy a bass. You will not regret it. And yeah, just play on, play on, play it. Thank you. See you next Wednesday.